Hello there, friends, and welcome to tonight's live art stream. This is Pearson. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you are watching The Drawing Habit. It is day 516. We're going to get cracking on this Gary Vee drawing, hopefully add the flats onto it and do some blending and kind of chat about random stupid stuff. You know, the huge. Anyways, let's go. Not really any good selections. It's all the copyright free stuff that I've been kind of paid for, but like they really kind of suck. It's like they're like short loops, man. They're barely like a minute, you know. Like what was this? What's going on here? This is supposed to be like lo-fi, but to me it seems like super harsh for a lo-fi song, like beat. It seems more garage band lo-fi, like garage band techno music hit a lo-fi truck. It's just very jarring to me. Anyways, we're gonna work on this Gary Vaynerchuk drawing, and I'm gonna talk about some stuff. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. I'm so tired, man. I'm slap happy, man. I got after I did all these other things I wanted to do today. I was like, okay, I did my sketchbook drawing, and I had these grandiose ideas. This grandiose idea to let's see, what layer is this? Those are the lines. We're gonna label that the lines, line work. So I have it labeled as line work. I had this grandiose, like just grand. Let's just put this dark tones. So what I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm doing like put mid tone, and then we might even make this into a group. Light tone. There we go. I had this like this grandiose idea of like what was it? I wanted to do some figure drawing before the live stream or during the live stream for like 30 minutes, and then I wanted to do this for another 30 minutes, and then it hit me. It hit me like, no way, no freaking way is that gonna happen. I'm too tired right now. I'm just like too tired. So we're gonna do some dark tones. I think that's gonna involve maybe a few different dark tones. I don't know, but like I was just too tired, man. I was just like, you ever get hit in the face with like a wall of like your energy levels just depletes? That's what happened. Like my energy levels just went poof, right. I just hit a wall, and that wall is I'm really exhausted. So let's see. Okay, something like that. Yeah, so I hit a wall, and I decided that I don't think I'm going to do my figure drawing. I'm just going to go ahead and do I'm just going to go ahead and do work on this Gary Vaynerchuk drawing for 30 minutes. I'm going to call it a day, man. I don't have I don't have the capacity to do what would you call it? A long live stream. I'm just so tired. I was listening to some videos, man. I was listening to these videos, like, oh man, if you want to be successful in your live stream game on Twitch, you're better off just live streaming once a week you know, once a week for about 4 hours straight. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have 4 hours, dude. I don't have 4 hours to give. I don't have 4 hours to give. You crazy, dude? I don't have 4 hours to do a live stream. Like I have an hour is pushing it. An hour is pushing it to like for my live stream. An hour for my live stream. That is the limit. That is the limit to my live stream. I don't have more than uh, more than an hour to give. Like if I'm going to give an hour right now, that means I would be going to bed. I would go to bed late. I don't know. I think I just want to kind of hit the hay, or maybe after this, maybe chillax for a little bit, chillax. You know, who doesn't like chillax? We all like to chillax. I think it's great to chillax. You don't want to chillax too much, right? You don't want to be making your day, your whole week a chillax week. You don't want that to happen. You want to be productive with your life. At least, actually, no, you don't. I, I say this all the time. Like, uh, um, people always want to like. I want to be successful and I want to make it, do all this stuff. Like, listen, if the world in a perfect world, we literally we wouldn't have to do anything, and we could be fit and we could be healthy and we could have whatever we wanted and not have to work for it. You know, that would be awesome. Like that'd be a perfect world where you're you're literally just yeah, that'd be the perfect world where you don't have to the idea of accomplishment only would be like foreign to that in that world. I don't know. No, it's just like I just don't want to work. I don't want to work. Like I feel weird having to work. I work to basically pay bills and basically to afford doing my lives. I don't really work for anything else. I don't know. I don't get like extreme pleasure out of my work. I always get weird. It's always weird hearing these like gurus and all these people talking about like was it Mike Rowe? Like I appreciate that guy. I appreciate him, but you know I don't necessarily agree with him on everything. It's like work is not. You can't. Maybe you can. I don't know what when he talks about like. Uh, you learn to appreciate the art of hard labor, you know, and I think there's some truth to that, but like it's not like it's enjoyable, you know. I don't get a massive amount of enjoyment out of my out of working. I don't think anyone does. Well, I mean, actually, no, I don't think a lot of people. I think there's a handful of people. Like I think the percentage is much lower, but I don't think we all like uh, enjoy working. Like I enjoy parts of working. I'll work and there's a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day, but it's not like, oh my gosh, this was the best day ever. I got to work for 12 hours at my job and it was fantastic. Oh my god. Oh, I just loved um, working for an employer and giving them my time and my resources so that they can make more money. Oh, it was the greatest ever. Oh, I loved it. Just loved it. Just wanted to, you know what? As a matter of fact, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. I want to do that again tomorrow. Like I want to do that tomorrow. Why can't we do it tomorrow? Let's do it tomorrow. You know. So it's just funny. I don't think I think the majority of jobs are not that fun, man. Let's be honest. They're not that fun. They're not that fun. That's why I think a lot of these YouTubers that made it big before they were even able to have a job, or even able to have a job. Uh, like they just don't know. They just don't know. They don't know. I think every guy should work in a warehouse job for at least the summer, at least, or yeah, at least the summer, to really know, to really appreciate, uh, like the job that they're going to have after they get out of college, or the office job that they may get. You know, I think that would be. I think that is what they should do. I think they should. Um, let's see here. I'm gonna do something here. Let's get this. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, I think the every guy should have should work in a warehouse job at least one summer and really understand like what it's like to be in a terrible job. Warehouse jobs suck, dude. They suck. I never knew a friend, I never knew anyone who worked at a warehouse job and said, "Oh, this is fantastic. This is amazing. I love it. I love it. Sign me up for 70 hours, please." You know, I never they never it's never they I never uh, uh I've never encountered one. You know, it's never been. Um, yeah, I never found it. I've never heard anyone who's like that. That sounds very appealing, sir. Let me do that. You know. So I really think every every dude, every person that is able to do who what anyone that's physically able to should do a warehouse job. You know, warehouse jobs are hard work, and you know, I think everyone should do at least one. They don't have to do after that. They can go about their merry way, right? But I think they should do at least one. And yeah, I think everyone should do a warehouse job for one summer, or even go further. Do it for a year, so they can really appreciate just how like lucky you may be for having an office job, or having a job that's retail, or whatever job you have, and you're like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You know, it totally beats being um, being in a warehouse. It totally beats it. You really you just can't. It's just there's no comparison. Well, actually, I mean, warehouse job is nothing compared to like deep sea fishermen. You know, but I'm talking about like though, or like an oil rig person, whatever that is, whatever that job is called. Like they do oil rigs, or they I don't know, they the title for it would be like the what would the title be for an oil rig person? Then like they like they work on an oil rig, and yeah. So I don't know what that would be like. You know. Um, but I think every guy should do a warehouse job at least once, and just really try it out. But needless to say, I'm really tired. I'm fatigued. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm pretty exhausted, and I was going to do what I was trying to say is like, well, I was going to do something else. I was going to do some more things tonight, but I just decided not to. I was going to do some figure drawing, but after I got everything, some of the stuff done that I wanted to do, I just didn't. I don't have the energy. Well, I do. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to expend that extra 30 minutes. But man, dude, I so wish that I could do a 4 hour live stream. I think that would be the balls. No, I think that'd be baller as heck, man. Baller. Because, yeah, yeah, I think that'd be very baller. All right. let's see here. So just add some flats here. The flats to me, I don't know how to do them to the best, but like this is something I learned from this guy on Paintable, and I feel it's helped me um, look at drawing differently. So I really enjoyed his tutorials. He's pretty good. David Bellevue or whatever his name is, Bellevue. It's very yeah. But just adding flats here. So I'm exhausted. It's late. Don't appreciate what you got. Don't work. If you're a guy working a warehouse job, man, if you can physically lift heavy objects, and you'll begin to appreciate what it's like, how much better uh, uh, working at McDonald's is. You're like, oh, I hate McDonald's. I hate working there. Yeah, there might the pressure might be high. You know, you might have a lot like in the where in McDonald's, you might have a lot of like um, you have to perform. You have to produce a lot of food really quickly, and you have to move really quickly. But you're not in a what essentially is a giant tin building. If you've ever been in a warehouse building, it's like metal tin walls, or it's concrete walls, and then the roof is just like a metal tin wall. It's just a metal roof, and it's it like absorbs all that heat, and you are sweating in a warehouse all day long. At least at McDonald's, man, you might smell like burgers and fries, and you might get a little hot. You know, the back of the kitchen might get hot, but at least, man, you're in a you can walk 10 feet to the main lobby and be in AC. You know, in a warehouse, you might your AC is like you might be able to get that in the break room. You know, and the funny thing about like if you think there's like what is it like clicks in like restaurants in those businesses in like certain businesses, man, there are clicks in warehouses, and it's always like it's like this in the back of the warehouse. If you work in the warehouse area, you're the peasant. You're the peasant in the back, and the people in the front, they're they're like they're like not royalty, but they're like they're like the knights. You know, they've been knighted, or they got more sway, and so they treat you like that almost like, oh, I gotta work in the front. I got a nice little desk. I'm filling out orders. You pick those orders, yada yada yada, and you're like, my gosh, man. So like it really does suck because when you go up the front, it's a completely different environment. They treat you like you're an idiot. Like, oh, you are you're just that manual laborer in the back that doesn't know anything. You're you're that dumb person in the back who has no clue what's going on. I'm in front. Like, dude, you don't even work. You like you literally you just put, you like you put in information. You know, you basically a glorified order taker, you know. But like, yeah, man, these guys, they'll yeah, there's just it's different, man. When you work in the warehouse and you're in the back, and then you go up the front to like I don't know, maybe you have to give someone like a receipt or some notes or a file or some paperwork. You're they look at you weird, like, what are you doing back here? You should go back to the back. Yeah, you scrub. I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm kidding. They don't call you scrubs, but seriously, there's this definite like looking down upon that you never would have thought would occur, but it's there. It's like, okay, I see what's happening here. I don't work in the back like you do, or in the front like you do, and I didn't apply for the same job. You know, oh wow, you're really good at doing You're so good at Excel spreadsheets. Oh, so you're so much better than me because you can do Excel spreadsheets. Like whatever, get out of here, dude. It's- but yeah, it was. I found that always very, very enlightening. But yeah, dude, just try it out. Try a day in the world of warehouse jobs. They're no fun. They suck so much. I've never been to one that was really good. Like anytime that you have to be you're in a building that you work on a dock where you load trucks or take orders, it's gonna suck. It's never like, oh, this. You're never like, you never get. It's not like when you get to work, you're like, oh, this is good. I love this. I just love it. Sign me up. I'm gonna do this forever. Like no, this is awful. This is awful, awful, awful. And when you do a warehouse job, man, you are so tired at the end of the day. Um, you you, you just crash. Like I remember I was in these warehouse jobs and I was too tired to I was too tired to draw. Like I get home from work and I was like, man, I should be making artwork, but I just don't have it in me, dude. I don't have it in me to to I don't have the energy to do anything. And I like other people like any other job you'd get you would not like the only like oh you would not you'd be tired, right? You're tired at the end of your job, but like you would the only time I'd fall asleep, I'd actually fallen asleep on like a lazy boy or in the couch watching television is when I was actually doing a warehouse job. I never fell asleep after like any other job I did. Like I would always any other job I could like, like just like grind through it even if it was tough. But like warehouse jobs, that was the thing that I would fall asleep. I couldn't do it. Like I would actually sit down, turn the television on, and like zonk out for a couple hours, way before I had to go to bed. And then when I wake up, I was like, oh man, now I gotta go to bed. And I was just too tired. Like I was like, I was like, oh man, now I gotta go to bed. I did. It was like it just sucked because if you had like goals you wanted to do, if you had like, I guarantee you, I wouldn't be able to do a live stream at the end of a full day's work at a warehouse job. It'd be really hard. Like it's hard doing it as right now as is. Like when you're like at the end of the day, I've already worked, but like at the end of a warehouse job, you your body, you're just like you lay on the couch or lay on a lazy boy and you can just feel your body just melting into it and zonking off. It was just something. It's just something about it, you know. Just truly something about it that I can't explain. This took me 30 minutes to do. Gosh darn, it took me 20, 24 minutes to do that. That's what happens when you're talking to these live streams. You can't, you can't get work done, man. You can't get work done. You just can't. It's like it's impossible. Let's see. We're gonna do some light tones. We're gonna do this and yeah, maybe a little bit lighter. Let's just we'll do that, and we could always tone it down. Um, but yeah, um, you just it's just so like I can't explain it other than you're exhausted all the time. You're never fully recouped. When I was working for this one job, I worked for uh, um, Coca Cola, and I worked part time there because I was trying to be an artist and I was trying to make work, and I really didn't get a lot of work done because even on the day, like I worked like 3 or 4 days, but like I was doing almost full time hours in those 3 to 4 days, and I was like the rest of the week. the rest of those other days, I was just trying to catch up on sleep, just trying to catch up on sleep because it was I had to wake up at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning or something like that all the time, and I was exhausted. I was just exhausted all the time. I can never I can never seem to get enough sleep, you know? And I can't explain it other than it was just it was just always and tiring. I was always fatigued, and I was just basically catching up with my sleep on those days off. I don't think I really did much, you know? I didn't really do much artwork. I think I did a lot of sketchbook work at the time, but I really just wasted it, and when I look back at it, I'm like, man, what the heck was I doing? Because I know for a fact I probably could have been. I was a dumb guy. When you're young, man, young, dumb. That's how I was. I was young and dumb. I just like squandered that time on like just for the weekend. I lived for the weekend, you know. And then because I didn't know any better, man. Like I didn't know any better. Like I didn't have any like goals. I guess like I kind of had goals, but I didn't have goals. And my goal, like I guess my goals was to sell art, but like I was trying, but the problem was I didn't have time to actually. I probably had time, but I wasn't effective at my time to I wasn't effective at managing my time at that age. It took me a long time to really figure out how I can manage my time more effectively. I just at the time I couldn't do it, you know? And so like I squandered those years. I feel like I squandered those years because I didn't really get a lot of artwork done. I got some things done. I did a few. I did like a couple of shows, and I thought I was making some traction. And then I ended up getting another job, which was even more like fatiguing. Um, and I I couldn't do anything. I was working. I was full time then, and it was another warehouse gig, and it helped. And like it helped me. You know, I was able to produce artwork, do some art, but not a lot. I wasn't able to study the way I'm studying now. Um, Partially because now I've kind of like really gotten to the point where I can like really I've become very skilled at managing my time, but also understanding just knowing when to like knowing my energy levels. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm more tired than I'm definitely not as energetic as I used to be, but like I know that I I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm full of dumbness. I'm full of dumbness. Um, I squandered a lot of time during those years, and I didn't get much done. Mainly because I had the willingness, but I didn't have the energy and or the time. I had like I had Saturdays. So when you work Monday through Friday during a warehouse job, you get home, you don't have the energy to do anything again. You have the energy just enough to like to make something to eat, and then to go to bed, right? You have that much energy. You don't have the energy to like draw or pump out stuff, like or at least at that time I didn't think I had the energy. If I probably could have mustered it up. I know that I could have, but like it would have been it would have been there would have been it would have been there would have been some sacrifice there. It would have been I would have sacrificed something. There would be some severe cost at that. Like I'd be tired all the time probably. Who knows? When I look at this, he looks like Julius Caesar. um, but yeah, it's very hard. Warehouse jobs are hard. I think every guy should do it at least one summer before they go to college to really understand how to really appreciate labor and really appreciate, um, yeah, just to appreciate it. I think we don't appreciate those things, you know, and to understand that, you could have it worse, and to really appreciate the people that work in those jobs, because I think I've been around people that look down at those types. Look not those types, but looks down at people that work in blue collar jobs. You know, they look down at it. They frown upon it. You know, and it's sad. It's really sad that's the case where you're kind of like, where you're like looked down upon, and yeah, this is really sad. It's not fun. And so, I've been around people that who would look down on you because you worked in a warehouse job, and like, listen, dude, you got to eat, right? You got to buy like groceries. What are you gonna like? Not all of us. And I guess the reason why I just sought out warehouse jobs is because it's all I knew. It's really all I knew. I didn't know. Like, it's all I knew. Like, I knew I could do those jobs because by all intents and purposes, they're easy jobs, but they're hard. Like, they're easy, like, mentally. You don't really have to have Einstein IQs to do a warehouse job. Um, but it's hard because it's so labor intensive, you know? And yeah, it's so labor intensive. Put some stuff here. But you get to appreciate more things when you have done a job that's really bad. Like, how people say, "Oh, I hate my job. It sucks." You know, you will begin to appreciate things more once you've done at least one warehouse job. You're like, yeah, no, this is easy. This is easy sauce. You know, yeah. So once you realize that you might got it easy, dude, just try a warehouse job one summer and then come back to me and say you're right. Anyways, let's see. Let's do this. I think that'll be good. No. Something like this. And we're going to add a little highlight here. And I think that's it. So that is the flat tones that I'm going to do today. And then tomorrow I'm going to blend them all together and make them super cool. I think I've come to a realization that I'm going to finish or get these portraits as complete as I can until I get bored with them. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to finish these drawings the best I can, and then move on from there. My goal was to do like figure drawing as a warm up, and then some Gary V action later on. But anyways, that's it for the day. Guess the moral of the story is be grateful that you have a job, but also understand that you could also have a job that sucks so much more than you have than the job that you have currently, man. Man, seriously. And that's why, like, when I do the jobs I do nowadays, like, some people would think, "Oh man, this job sucks." Like, listen, dude, this job is easy. Like, it sucks because it's repetitive, right? But it is easy. You're gonna like when you do a job that you have, like, if you have a job or that you have so many responsibilities, you'll be coming back. You'll come back years later and say, you know what? I wish I had a job where just where I could just like clock out mentally and just do the thing that you have to do. Some people would say, "Oh, I disagree. I really like thinking on my job." Like, listen, use the thinking for your own personal things, man. I want to think about my art. I don't want to think about like I don't want to put all this mental energy towards my job. I got other things I want to do, you know. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching tonight's live art stream. This is Pearson here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate you. I don't even know what I was going to say there. Anyways, I got to get going. Have a wonderful night. Cheers, my friend.